Oh, excellent. That's where the pharmacy is. Let's just go get
As I
it.
climbed the escalator, I realized just how wise my decision to surrender had been. There were at least 20 survivors in the building, with over half of them armed with shotguns or rifles. The rest had an assortment of vicious-looking melee weapons. As soon as I reached the top, I was directed toward their leader, a tall and muscular African-American who introduced himself as Ox. Ox told me that if I wanted his help and protection, or at least to be allowed to roam his mall freely, I had to earn it. Apparently there was no longer any power in the mall, and he wanted someone to head down to the basement and turn on the generator.
Well,
the last man he sent never came back.
Well shoot, let's just ask for extra equipment then. Because that sounds like a pretty good idea.
I'd be happy to help, but that I desperately needed some more equipment if I was going to survive. He grudgingly agreed and got one of his lackeys to hand over some ammo.
Excellent. See, we don't even need it because we already checked the basement. We know it's secure.
Partly to fix the generator if it needed it, and partly to make sure I didn't try anything stupid.
Stupid? What do you think we're gonna do?
Back down the
Play hockey down in the basement?
I had originally come through to the stairwell. We headed back down, and then Smith pointed out another doorway hidden under the stairs that I hadn't noticed before.
Oh, son of a gun. Let's open the door slowly.
I opened the door with my gun at the ready. Ox obviously thought this place was dangerous, so I kept my guard up.
Crap, this place must be where the zombies are hiding.
On the other side of the door, it was pitch black. If there were any windows, they were small, and the curtains or blinds were closed. We listened carefully for any signs of the infected, but heard nothing.
Let's... So we need... Okay, let's just go back and find a torch.
I wasn't about to get eaten in the dark, so I told Smith to wait while I went and found a torch.
Well, what the heck? He could have come with.
Storeroom after all, so I hoped there might just be a torch tucked away somewhere. I was in luck.
And if not, there's a mall above us.
But it offered enough illumination for us to see our way to the generator.
Okay.
We reached the generator. Smith promptly pulled a lever and pressed a few buttons. Apparently getting the thing up and running was as simple as that, because it immediately...
Alright, well let's go get this medicine and leave.
The room flashed and came on, and just in time. Our activities had disturbed a small group of infected who had been lurking in a side room, and they were now rushing toward us.
Oh, what?
I opened fire and was easily able to gun the bastards down. I breathed a sigh of relief and turned to Smith, but to my horror, he was lying on the floor.
Oh, for Pete's sake, what are you doing?
I had accidentally shot him in the leg.
Oh, I shot him? Oh my god. Let's use the first aid kit on him then.
I knew Smith didn't have a lot of time, so I quickly removed the first aid kit from my backpack and got to work. I used a tourniquet to staunch the bleeding and then bandaged the wound. It wasn't much.
Yeah, it's good as new. Yeah, you at that point you should be able to get up, walk it off, maybe rub some dirt in it, get back to work.
When we reached the stairwell, we were greeted by a terrifying noise. All the gunfire earlier, and now the bright lights of the mall had attracted a large group of infected who were trying to get in any way they could.
Well, big deal. We locked and barricaded that door. We locked it too.
Luckily, I had securely barricaded this area when I first entered the building. It wouldn't hold them for long, but it brought us enough time to get back to the group.
See? There you go. Locked and barricaded. That's...
They were already celebrating. Now the power was back on and I focused on making them...
Because they didn't hear the gunshots down in the basement? Shotguns are loud. Zombies heard it.
And were busy preparing hot food and drinks. Others were setting up a games console to entertain themselves while not on guard duty. Knowing about the threat from downstairs, it wasn't particularly reassuring. Smith had lost a lot of blood and was barely conscious when we arrived. Once I told him he had been shot, not bitten, Ox ordered some of the few women among the survivors to take care of him.
Okay, well, we gotta set up a defense before...
No time to relax.
Turn the GameCube off. Stop with the baristas and the coffee. We got zombies to kill. Okay.
Barking orders at his men, getting them into the best position to deal with the threat. They were only just in time.
Hey, just in time is plenty of time.
Suddenly,
okay.
The basement door burst open, and a seemingly unstoppable horde of infected zombies charged through. The first wave was gunned down before they reached the escalator, but more and more of them just kept on coming. Every gun in the building was blazing, while survivors armed with clubs and axes struggled to keep the monsters from
That's a lot of zombies coming up that escalator.
I had no idea if we'd be able to fight them off or not.
You know what? We're here for our farm. This seems to be going down. We might want to just run for it.
I knew there was no way we'd be able to fight off the infected horde. My thoughts turned once again to my dying wife.
Yeah, we gotta think about her.
Last chance to secure the antibiotics she so desperately needed. While the others held the infected at bay, I ran as fast as I could for the pharmacy.
Okay.
It took me less than a minute to reach the former drugstore. It had been
yeah, the pharmacy's right there. It's right next to the clothing store.
I could still hear the battle raging behind me, and I knew that I didn't have much time. Unfortunately, I wasn't alone. It seemed that the infected had found another way into the building, and several of them were now shambling straight toward me.
Okay. What are we gonna do? Forget about the medicine and run out the back. Wait, out the back? We're on the second story. What do you mean out the back? Close the shutters or hide behind the counter. Well, these zombies can detect us by smell. Look, we've got to find this medicine. I'm just gonna close the. Well, I hope when they say shutters, they mean the big metal ones that go over shops. We're gonna pull that. Hope it can buy us enough time for us to get the medicine and run out the back. That's the game plan.
Into action, jumping up to grab the bottom of the heavy iron shutters and.
Okay, so they do mean the metal ones.
Infected could get inside. I was only just in time. Had I have taken just one more second to lock them
just in time is enough time.
Devoured for sure. Now that I had the luxury of time, I thoroughly searched the pharmacy for the antibiotics I needed. I filled my backpack with as much of the stuff as I could, and then made my way out of the shop through the back door.
That's the plan. Alright.
I found myself in some sort of staff-only area that would normally have been off-limits to the general public. There were corridors leading to various offices and storage areas behind the back of the shops. But I had no time for sightseeing. I followed the signs and headed straight for the stairs. As I turned a corner,
I don't understand.
The sounds of a struggle. One of the female survivors had also tried to make an escape, but had been ambushed by one of the infected. She had dropped her pistol and was now struggling to keep the monster from biting her.
I don't know. We're playing it pretty cold right now. We've let all those people alone with the zombies. Where's the just shoot her or it option? I don't really want to shoot them both. I don't know. I'm feeling pretty bad about letting all those people, leaving them to die. I don't know. Maybe she can help me in the long run. Or maybe I'll die just trying to save her. I don't know. Maybe we should just steal her gun and ammo. Maybe we should just ignore her and walk the other way. I want the record to show that I was nothing but a hero for wrestling a zombie off her.
Clean shot at the zombie, so I resorted to wrestling the creature off of her.
What about my crowbar?
My plan worked, and I was able to drag the infected away from the poor girl, allowing her to grab her gun and make her escape.
But what about me?
Fortunately, during the struggle, the beast managed to bite my arm, and even though I eventually managed to smash its skull on a fire extinguisher, I was still doomed. As I slowly succumbed to the infection, I felt a slight twinge of pride. I had sacrificed myself for the life of another.
Dang it. Okay. Well, that was Dead Frontier Outbreak 2. Hey, we got the antibiotics. That's pretty good. I have a reasonable chance of surviving a real zombie outbreak, and we have a plus A compassion. We didn't survive the day, though. Maybe next time. Like and favorite if you enjoy Bacon Bits. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.